I currently have 32 sheep sat in my woodland mansion. 8 in here, and 8 in here, and then a further 8 in here, and the final 8 in here. Today, my friends, I think I want to finally make the 16 colour automatic sheep shearing farms. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory here. You can see I've got my bundle full of 2 of every single colour of dye. There's just 2 more things I need to get in order to actually begin on this thing. Bows for dispensers. Hopefully my little copper golem dudes have been placing a few in the chests. Looks like they have. Just remember though, gotta make sure we've always got 1 bow in each of these unsorted chests. Otherwise the little copper golem dudes won't put any further bows in these unsorted chests. So, since there are going to be 2 sheep of every colour that you can get in Minecraft, that means there's going to be 32 sheep, which means we need 32 dispensers, which means we need 32 bows. Side note, I really do wish that they would finally add the dispenser into the recipe book when you've got bows that don't have full durability. If these bows had full durability, I'm pretty sure the dispenser would indeed show, but yeah, for now, I have to do a little bit of that. I guess it's not too bad once you find a rhythm, though. Right, 15 dispensers. Oh, blimey. That's not even halfway there. The other thing we're going to be needing, again, is a lot of iron. This iron here isn't even scratching the surface in terms of the amount we need. We need 32 pairs of shears, and it's 2 iron ingots per shear, isn't it? So 1 stack of iron here. This is going to be used entirely for shears. Then we need to factor in the big boys. We need a whole bunch of hoppers, hopper minecarts, and rails. So, let's grab out our Rich Maker pickaxe. While we set off here, it gives me an opportunity to say, hello, welcome back to the Let's Play. It's Python here, of course, and a massive thank you, as always, for all of your lovely support lately throughout this series, and the videos, and the channel in general, my friends. Ooh, this looks like a good-looking cave entrance. Oh, wow, it goes a long way down, which is excellent. That's exactly what we need. And we find a dead end, of course. Also, I didn't bring night vision potions with me. Aha. Unfortunately, that cave didn't really go anywhere, so we've got ourselves a little bit of a mini stone mountain here, which appears to have a good amount of iron on it. Not all that much iron, though, as it's turning out. What are we up to? 2 stacks. Okay, that's a healthy start, though. Oh, yeah. Now this, my friends, this cave entrance looks far more promising, doesn't it? And would you look at that? Lovely iron. Hey, guys, check this out. I've got a creeper fan club following me around. Yeah, you guys all want to be red, don't you? It's not going to happen, though, is it? Do you know what I'm realizing? We're kind of doing this wrong, aren't we? Only I mentioned before that I would very much like to try and find the ever-elusive, super rare Deep Slate Emerald ore. Maybe what we should be doing is heading to all the mountain variant biomes and finding caves there instead. Then we at least have a bit of a chance of finding what we're wanting. Look at this, though. Cushions. Naturally generating at an abandoned camp. This is actually quite a fully fledged camp here, isn't it? Look at this. We've got 4 hay beds, a couple of cushions, and a few loot chests with candles in, apparently. I'll even take the cushions. I mean, why not? So then, alternate plan, mountain biomes. Unfortunately, this one is too small to really have a good chance of finding the Deep Slate Emerald ore, so let's see if we can't find ourselves some slightly larger mountain biomes. Looks like we've got a slightly more substantially sized meadow biome. Also, random village up here. Oh, this is quite quaint, isn't it? I like it. So here we go. We've got ourselves a massive crack in the mountain here. All we've got to do is get ourselves down to Deep Slate level, which, oh my word, this appears to go down to it. There's also a mine shaft here, which is kind of cool. And here we are at the top layers of Deep Slate. Wow. So since there's a mine shaft here, resulting in quite a lot of exposed sort of rocks, I feel like there might actually be an okay chance of us finding the elusive deep slate emerald. Oh, good lord. Okay, one of these things, huh? Don't want to be on the wrong side of that. Oh, look at that. Regular stone diamond. Since we are around Y0-ish, we should have ourselves a great chance of finding iron. It's normally around Y0 you find it the most, right? Underground. Well, it's not deep slate emerald, but we have ourselves... Well, that's a pretty poo book. I'm going to leave that behind, actually. The rails, though, these are going to come in clutch for our sheep shearing farm. Why am I relying on finding rails in minecart chests when there's rails just on the floor? Oh, hello there, buddy. We've got ourselves a worthy adversary for once. An iron zombie who just got two-shot. I really am going to have to resort to checking out every single nook and cranny around here, huh? I don't know. I just feel like if we do find Deep Slate Emerald, it's going to be in a really weird, obscure location. Could it be hiding underneath water? Go on. Is it here? Is it here? No, unfortunately not. I really do need to do something about my lighting situation, don't I? We have ourselves a mineshaft here, and therefore a supply... Okay. And therefore a supply of gravalanches. Now, what have we got inside this chest here? Ooh, lapis. Whole bunch of torches for your boy, and a healthy top-up of coal. Oh my god. I did not just do that. What I was supposed to do was reassign the pickaxe to my number 1 slot. I mis-touch typed on my keyboard. The Q key is directly beneath the number 1 key, and I pressed the wrong key. Oh my god. Oh, Python, you really dropped yourself in it this time, you complete doofus. The good news is I'm pretty sure I've got a backup fortune pickaxe or 2 backup base. On a slightly more positive note, though, I am finding iron left, right, and center, which is pretty good. This mineshaft seems to go on for a very, very long way, which is quite good. Like, if we go up here real quick, look how far that stretches over there. My only slight concern is this is counted as dripstone caves. Therefore, I don't know if we are still technically inside the meadow biome at the surface. Therefore, I don't know if Deep Slate Emerald will even spawn down here. I've no idea. Anyway, let's see what we've got in here. What's that? Breach 3. Honestly, I can't remember what Breach does. I know it's a mace enchantment, but aside from that, yeah, my knowledge stops there. As for the rails, we've got ourselves the 32 rails we need for our sheep shearing farm, so I don't feel too bad about leaving those in there. Oh, hey, random deep slate diamond. Don't mind if I do. Skeleton there, guarding quite a lot of little iron deposits. One here. Go up here, there's another one. And up to the top here, where there's yet another one. But it's only a 1 vein. I think we're done with the caves for today. Let's go find our way out, shall we? And there we are. Cool. All right, let's go home, my friends. Little squishy, that's very, very inappropriate there, buddy. You shouldn't be bouncing on me while I'm trying to sleep there, bud. So, inside our handy-dandy diamond gear shulker box of epicness, check it out, Fortune 3 by itself. So, 51 iron ore, is it? I think it goes without saying we're probably not going to get all of these sheep shearing farms done in today's episode. That caving trip went on a bit longer than I thought it would, but to be fair, we got some fairly okay stuff out of it. I mean, just look inside of my little bundles here. There's a good amount of stuff, isn't there? Oh my gosh. The days of not having efficiency have returned. Oh, this is slow. And here we go. What have we got? Almost 8 full stacks of iron. What was it? 2.5 stacks for all of the hoppers we needed. Then another 2.5 stacks for the hoppers needed for the minecarts. And then another 2.5 stacks for the minecarts themselves to host the hoppers in. So once again, our auto smelter is going to get some good usage. Right, the iron is in there already. Let's do this thing, and while I wait, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Definitely not with my own tears in it, as a result of losing my epic fortune pickaxe. Cup of tea obtained, and all of the iron smelted. Brilliant. Right, let's go make all the hoppers and minecarts. By the way, random side note, some of you folks in the comments area were requesting a day count if I was to bring up F3. There you go. We've actually only just ticked over to the day 400 mark on this world. What is going on out here? Dude, that is incredibly rude. Go away. Why is there a zombie siege happening in daytime? Get out of here. You as well there, buddy. Get out. Maybe we should go see what kind of trades he's got going on. Ah, buddy, what you got? Birchwood, cherry saplings. Ooh, dyes. I like buying dyes from this guy because it's like one of the easiest ways to get dyes. Right, there we are. And look at that, 36 of them. So, a full stack of chests leading to a full stack of hoppers. Then it's going to be 32 minecarts. Oh, blimey, these aren't going to stack, so this is about to get real messy. I'm so sad that these don't stack. Okay, I guess I can dedicate a shulker box to them all. But amazingly, this amount of space isn't going to be enough. 27 slots, we need 32, don't we? I can't say it's all too often I have shulker boxes entirely full with just minecarts with hoppers, but there we are. We've got 32 observers right there, and I'll tell you something, I'm very glad that I picked up a whole bunch of string from the abandoned mineshaft, because with all of that, we should be able to make all the remaining boats necessary for all the remaining dispensers we need. And then after that, it's literally just shears. See, there we are. The dispenser does indeed show in the recipe book when there's a full durability boat. So I should be able to quite easily do this thing. There we are. The first thing we need to do is to get all of these sheep out of here. We'll get them all leashed up to that so I can still access this place, but the sheep all stick nearby. We are going to start off with the output chest, rather similar to pretty much all the other farms I've done in this world so far, starting with the finish. Now we're going to figure out the collection system, and I've actually had a little bit of a change of heart from what I was originally going to do. With that said though, doing what I want to do will mean that I need to get a chest down here. Oh, hang on. There we go. But essentially, instead of there being a hopper underneath every single sheep cell, instead, we're just going to have some hoppers here, rather like so. Then we're going to essentially have a minecart going back and forth along here constantly. So that is where these rails come into play. We'll have ourselves a couple of powered rails at the end so the minecarts have maximum speed. And of course we need to make sure these are all powered. The only thing is, with me changing how the collection system is going to work, it means I'm now left with an freaking-enormous surplus of minecart hoppers. Yeah, I might have overdone my preparations a little bit, my friends. But anyways, yeah, we do a little bit of that. That's going to continually go back and forth. And it should collect any wool that drops onto these grass blocks. Before we go too much further with the grass, though, we need to try and get the observers and redstone stuffs added in. So here we are with the redstone butthole ends facing out the back. We're then going to place a block behind the redstone butt. Then it's going to be a bit of redstone on top of all of the cobblestone. And then, of course, a dispenser facing towards the grass. And just to illustrate how this is going to work, we're going to have ourselves a bunch of glass separators. And sheep hosted in these little 1x1 areas. The dispensers will be full of pairs of shears, and upon the grass getting eaten, the observer will detect that and then send a pulse to the dispenser, shearing the sheep. So now we can add a block on top of the dispenser so the sheep can't escape. And then we're going to rinse and repeat this whole redstone building process on this side. What I've done here temporarily is add a whole bunch of blocks so we can sort of lure the sheep exactly where I need them to be. And I've just realized that actually this central cobblestone line needs to be glass instead. Maybe I should have leased these sheep to this post over here instead, because now I need to try and get one of these sheep. Oh boy. Alright, come on. Oh, hang on. So they are back on me, which is great. We can do a little bit of that. And then I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to... Can I not, like, just get one of the leashes? If I was to make myself some shears, would I be able to, I don't know, get rid of just, like, one of the ropes? Wait, actually, I think that's worked. Alright, very good. I must admit, I thought me doing that would actually result in the sheep being sheared. There we are. Beautiful. Right. Easiest way of picking up the leashes is probably just to set the minecart to go back and forth. Now, I must admit, I did do control right-click. Is it control right-click that allows you to shear a rope? Or can I just, like, normal right-click and it will still shear the rope? I've absolutely no idea. But anyways, there we are. That's 2 sheep added. And now we can dye them. I think what we'll do is we'll do the reds, purples, and pinks for this first sheep farm here. So, at the back here, do a little bit of that, do a little bit of that. That's the pink sheep sorted. That's the magenta sorted out. Hang on a minute. If I place my remaining stairs in a very specific way, I might be able to do something quite clever here, actually. I'm pretty sure if I do a little bit of that, then rid these 2. Would this not make this into a creeper face decoration? Yeah, it does. Kinda. Dude, that's pretty cool, actually. I wasn't intending on going for that here, but yeah, I love accidental wins. And here we go. Final sheep. Get yourself in your little cell there, buddy. There we are. Fantastic. Purple. Purple. Somehow, we need to allow ourselves access to the behind-the-scenes area here so we can add in pairs of shears into the dispensers. I think I've got a little bit of an idea as to how we could do this thing. Maybe if we grab ourselves some slabberoos, then we place ourselves a door right here. I mean, yeah, it does kind of stick out a little bit, but I think we could probably do a bit of a something about that. I don't know, something nice and simple like that. And then, yeah, we'll have to do the same over this side as well. So slab down here, then we replace all of the dirt here. It just means we're gonna have to crouch down to get in here. But you know what? I think there's worse things to cry about. I think I can work with that. Aw, yeah. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We now have easy access to the underbellies of this thing. And I don't know, I think this still looks pretty okay. We just need some form of decoration up here. Maybe some shelves with flower pots on top of them. Or maybe like some flower planters. You know, a bunch of trapdoors with a bunch of grass blocks inside them. So then, without further ado, shall we finally get this first sheep farm area working? I think that would be a good idea. A little bit in there, a little bit in there. Get ourselves out of the underbellies on that side. Go into the underbellies on this side. And one in there, there, up in here, and finally up in there. Right. Oh, hang on. Sounds like it's already activated. So, what's the first color going to be? It's red. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of 4 parts of our 16-color automatic sheep shearing farm. Done and dusted. All right. I'm pretty happy with this, actually. So, on that note, it's time to wrap things up. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you folks have enjoyed watching today's episode. Drop a like if you have. I'd very much appreciate it. And of course, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on my future Minecraft videos. For now, though, have a fantastic rest of your day.